my name is Matt Murphy, and I'm here with the boys from Everlea. Do you think you could introduce yourselves?
Sure.
Start it off.
Do I look into the camera or do I look at you?
Either way, whichever you want.
I'm Casey from Everlea. I play guitar.
I am Justin from Everlea, and I play guitar and I sing.
So how have you guys been? Like, it's been a while since you last released your self-titled album, and so what developments have been happening for you guys recently?
There's been many developments. Well, since we released our EP, we lost our drummer, and then he came back, and then we lost our bass player, and he didn't come back.
Yes. And we replaced him.
We signed a deal with a label in the States called Glassnotes, and they bought our record from us and had us re-record a bunch of it in Baltimore with Brian McTernan, and it was remixed and remastered and everything, and then they sat on it for like a year, and now it's finally come out in September. So it's been a tumultuous.
We're on the agency group.
Oh yeah, we're both through the agent. We finally got a booking agent.
That's amazing.
What else? I don't know. It's been alright.
Because I imagine things now that you can see things are happening now, like with steps with the agency group and a label in the U.S. Then things aren't just like coming to Ottawa and Toronto from Kingston to play a couple shows every now and again. And you guys definitely have a huge fanatic fan base in Ottawa and Toronto in this area. And so I'm wondering, how do you think your sound and your music will translate once your record is released? Well, your record was released in September. So how do you think that will translate, like into the States and abroad?
Well, every time we've played in the States, we've always had it's always been an awesome response, and it's really frustrating right now because we're not able to tour as extensively in the States as we'd like to, because we don't have like a U.S. agent, and it's really hard for Canadian bands to do all that, like get all the work visas in order, and so it's really frustrating to go down and play a show, and it goes really, really well, have a wicked response, and then we just can't do that night after night because we can only really go down for a couple of dates and stuff. So hopefully in the future, that's what we're looking forward to, is playing more in the States, and I'm pretty sure we'll be well received because it's been going great, and anytime we play in the States, it's been great. So
that's amazing. And so you actually talked a little bit about earlier that for the future you want to release rarities sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I wanted to for our because a lot of the people in Ontario and a lot of people who've been coming to our shows for the past 3 years, they've heard the songs many times, and we're releasing pretty much the same record, which is some minor changes, and I wanted to give back to them. I wanted to give them stuff that they hadn't heard before, and I was hoping to do that for our CD release in Kingston tomorrow, but it just hasn't really come together how I wanted it to. But hopefully in the future, maybe a Christmas present or something, just put it up online for free and give it away. So yeah.
And so when I listen to your music, I find there's so many different elements going on. Sometimes there's a little bit of electronica, a lot of acoustic, sometimes there's violin and orchestra elements. And so I'm wondering, how is the process of writing a song with Everlea? Is it you just build upon layer after layer, or how does it go?
Well, for the record that's coming out now, or that came out, it was really that, just building upon layers and kind of playing around with the drum machine and doing it like that. But I'm hoping that, we've been working on new stuff and just trying to write more as a band and seeing how that goes. Because I want to make it different. Well, all of us want to make a different record for our next record. So we've been trying out different things. And but for the stuff that's out now, most of it was just written how you said, layer upon layer. But there was, that's not exclusively how every song was written, but the bulk of it.
And so I guess what's the sound coming from you guys now, and what you've written so far for this album?
Well, new stuff is I don't know. It just comes out how it comes out. I don't even know. We're never trying to do a specific thing. Just somebody will play something and be like, oh, that's cool, that would go good with this, and it's not let's write a song like that.
It's kind of difficult to define your sound in the middle of it.
It's a lot different though than this, because we wrote all these songs 3 years ago that are just coming out now. So we've grown as people, as musicians. We all like different things now, and gone through just living, and so it's going to be a lot different. I hope that people are not just I hope they're ready for it, or I hope that they're not they don't feel too isolated by maybe how we've changed since because we don't that record won't be coming out for probably another year or two. We don't have any plans to record in the future because So yeah, I don't know.
But I imagine it's a little bit ridiculous not to think that over time people do change. And I imagine as musicians, your personalities and how you change in your music. And so I imagine there's so many like new exciting developments like when writing new songs. And so what is the I guess the drive that keeps you going, and like that sort of that's the reason why I'm doing it.
Like as far as writing
and recording and touring and all the things that come into the difficulty to releasing an album.
I don't know, I think what keeps us going is just the love of just music and just writing and playing. I love, like, you know, my favorite thing to do in the whole world is to play a show, like, no matter how big or small. You know, I just love playing, and that's what keeps me motivated. You know, writing stuff that I would be really excited about playing for someone is a huge motivational thing for me. Something I'd be really excited to play for an audience. Absolutely. Or nobody.
Absolutely. And like when I was listening to your soundtrack, there were so many elements I found that I wasn't sure if like you would do live, such as the violin, and you were telling me it's all done on loops. And so, how does I guess the new stuff translate to the live show?
Well, we haven't really started playing the new stuff live, but it's more like it's kind of. It still has those elements of like, you know, we're looking for like it would be nice to have a keyboard player so we didn't have to play along with like an iPod or whatever.
Yeah, putting that out there, keyboard player.
Keyboard players.
But yeah, it still has those elements, and just like I think that the instrumentation in the new stuff will be even more varied. Well, I'm hoping it will be, and so far it has been. So just kind of like taking, because I always get excited about those kind of things when you like go to a rock show and you hear different stuff like. Or, you know, just something that's a little bit not, you know, like unconventional or something like that. So I was hoping that the new stuff will be more, I think that it will be more just like along those lines. Just a little bit more quirky.
That's really good. Well, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
See you around, guys.
Thanks a lot.